this should be an interesting one. There's about I want to say upwards of 60 plus, maybe 70 EP with the hammer, of course, and with the scroll, and with them. So we're gonna see how this goes. Surprisingly, the server is a little responsive, but I imagine not much fighting is happening. Oh, never mind, I spoke too soon. It's Billies are already taking a while. Apparently people are saying it's the Emp that has the hammer. I'm not sure about that. Wouldn't doubt it. Pretty sure there is still a bug where if you get turned into Emp with the hammer, you can hold it, but you know. Whatever floats your boat. Surprised they're not moving. Ooh, the gate closed. I think they already picked up the scroll though, so it doesn't really matter. And here they come. It's quite the group. I think half of them are probably still back at Glademus fighting. It's getting close to 30 players, I'd say. And look, they're not even fighting anyone, but they're just spamming buffs and heals and so many random unnecessary effects. And even though they're not fighting, like I was saying, it's still causing issues for the server across the whole server. Doesn't matter if you're nearby. Obviously, if you are nearby, it will have frame drop issues. Again, I'm on a pretty beefy computer, so it really doesn't matter. But having all those players in one area, even not even fighting, is still causing issues. See, there's a second group up here with the hammer. I imagine it's not just one EP up there. There's another 5, 10 EP. More stragglers. Hammer's coming back this way, so I imagine there's another full group with them. Yep, as I expected. Another 15. Now they're all mounted now, so the server's not actually laggy at all. Everything's responsive. When you have those 70 players, 60, 70 players, all just come out of nowhere and hop onto a keep and spamming effects, even on just each other, they could go to an empty keep and spam effects on each other. The server became unplayable. I was just over at Glademus Farm, and they passed by, dismounted because they saw me there, and I got run over by about 70 plus. Couldn't do a single thing about it. I actually couldn't even buff. That's how little time and how bad the server lag was. I literally couldn't press buttons to counter or do anything. Got stunned, couldn't CC break because, you know, lag. It only takes a certain amount of inputs during lag. Yeah, there's just another ball. I wonder if they're sitting outside. And of course the DC are following. I'd like to get a whole clip of just the whole ball group. Try to keep this video less than 10 minutes. This is 6:30 p.m. Obviously in Grey Host. Eastern time. The main thing, like, you know, there's no ill effects of being in a group this large, and there's nothing preventing them from causing so many calculations to go through the server and the anti-cheat that just can't handle it. Either the players need to be spread out, or just the sheer amount of calculations and random effects need to be taken out of the game. I mean, some of the things like, yeah, obviously you can't take out procs, but once you already have the proc sets, they're already in the game. Ideally, it would be nice if they were removed and more proc sets weren't added, or keep getting added to the game. But there needs to be just a mass reduction in calculations to the server. Yeah, so I think the EP group's pretty much splitting now. DC are half chasing the hammer. I assume half the EP are still sitting in the key. See, now, if combat was like this, where everyone's spread out in the open field, that'd be great. But I bet if we go... I don't know why I got dismounted there. As we get close to the hammer, you see everyone starts balling up, and all the effects start going everywhere. And you're gonna start seeing in this fight that there's a bunch of effects all tossed where the hammer is. Can't really do much there. It's actually kind of a small fight on the hammer. They're gonna clump up there. Oh, here comes an EP clump again. Again, there's nothing preventing them from just clumping up like that. There's no disadvantage. And of course, my favorite thing to point out, how just about every single healer is spamming rapid regen. Because there's no downside or no incentive to run any other ability. And there's nothing preventing it from just stacking endlessly, so... Anyways, I think pretty much calls it. I mean, you can see this group isn't even in any danger, and there's at least 5 or 6 of them just spamming rapid regen. I don't know why. It's just endlessly putting ticks and procs on other random people. So many unnecessary effects happening right now just because that one ability. That doesn't mean that one ability needs to be nerfed. It just needs to, like, you need to cut out the possibility of it causing all those effects. But I'll call it there on this one.